Bearcat, Keith Haught, back in a VCW ring. They have had their own issues with the Origin, particularly Christian Noir. As now, going to start things off hot here. I think that might be the best strategy for Haught and Lambert. Get the game on them from the jump.
After that battle between Fulton and Chambers, I think we're just doubling the amount of wild action we're going to see here.
Both competitors donning the paint. And now Keith Haught looking to dive. But Christian Noir and Malakai Gage able to stop whatever they had in mind only for a moment, as Izzy Lambert putting caution to the wind there. Like I mentioned, the spiraling of Izzy Lambert since that casket match with Remy LaVey. Lambert says that the old Izzy Lambert is still in that casket. But since then, while the competitiveness is still there, you know, he's been talking to his signature stick, calling it cherry.
Beautiful neckbreaker combination.
And his focus has been off, but can he get it back on track? Cover. Christian Noir, the Bayou Bully, able to get a kick out there.
Noir is one of the most demented athletes you're going to find anywhere in professional wrestling, and I do mean anywhere.
And tag in to Keith Haught now, a non-binary beast with the speed of a large cat and the power of a small bear. Someone who's able to utilize their size to their advantage. Ooh, in more ways than one.
One of those ways is generating such power and force behind those strikes.
And looking for revenge here, as Christian Noir and Malakai Gage have been able to get the better of Keith Haught on numerous occasions in tag team contests. Oh, Haught! The amount of power that they lay into with that chop.
That's a lot of mass to generate a lot of momentum, a lot of force.
Tag in now to Malakai Gage, who has already stuck his nose in business earlier, costing Andrew Palace that match with Mad Dog Zach Myers.
Malakai Gage looks like a well-adjusted individual, doesn't he?
I mean, when you're raised in a carnival and, you know, the freak shows that you encounter all the time, covered by Izzy Lambert, and only two. Izzy Lambert, you know, he's had his opportunities in the VCW title tournament. He's had a lot of chances to become a top-level player here in VCW and just has not been able to get the job done. But if he can put the Origin behind him once and for all. And it was really Malakai Gage and Christian Noir that was, I would, you know, normally you would say was a help for Remy LaVey in that casket match, but they really did the job for Remy in many ways. Posing as those pallbearers to put Izzy Lambert in that casket.
And to your point, I mean, this may be the chance that Izzy gets on the right track.
Just raining in with shots here on Malakai Gage in the corner, and a bite to the head of Malakai Gage. There's that new Izzy Lambert coming out. And quick tag in now to Keith Haught. They're going to whip Malakai Gage off into the ropes, drop toe hold. Lambert comes off.
Nice teamwork between the Bearcat and Izzy. And perhaps for Izzy, maybe the tag team division is where he can rejuvenate his run here in VCW. Nice move in the mask from Keith Haught. They hook the leg and only find two.
You know, when you have two unique individuals like Izzy Lambert and Keith Haught, we talk about whether they can work together. Anytime you're in a new tag team with a new competitor, it proves to be very difficult in terms of communication. We saw it earlier with Saturday Night Special and the Wise Guys. Keith Haught in a dangerous predicament here in the Origin's corner as Christian Noir with a hold of that hair. And now this is exactly what Malakai Gage and Christian Noir love to do. Pick apart an opponent. Keep them as far away from their corner as possible. Ooh, Gage with a big running uppercut.
You could see the contact there.
Noir coming in with a big leg lariat. Noir, such an impressive individual in that ring, has such speed.
Noir was like a kamikaze that time, launching himself at the Bearcat.
And Noir, look at it. Foot on the hand of Keith Haught to keep them right in the center of the ring, right where they want him.
And again, Keith is going to get mugged. And there will be no remorse, no solace from the Origin.
Noir. They call him the Bayou Bully for a reason. He thrives on that bully mentality, now choking Keith Haught in the ropes.
And there's just as much psychological warfare in Noir's game as there are offensive assaults.
Noir, ooh!
In fact, despite how talented Noir is inside the ring, his mind may still be his most dangerous weapon.
Malakai Gage now coming in with the quick tag. And we mentioned before, Malakai Gage and Christian Noir, former rivals here in VCW. Sometimes when you battle a competitor over and over, and sometimes when you have those knockdown, drag-out battles, it can forge, at the very least, a respect level between two people. As Malakai Gage smartly...
And being united under the Origin, they now have a common goal.
And Remy LaVey, an 11-year veteran in this business, if there's anyone that can guide a young competitor into being a star in professional wrestling, it would be him. Haught trying to back Malakai Gage into the corner, tagging by Izzy Lambert, but I think behind the referee's back is Christian Noir coming in.
And clearly this is just exploiting the position of the referee, which is going to allow the Origin to continue to pour on the offensive assault on the Bearcat.
I don't envy any official that has to officiate an Origin match.
Noir finds two that time.
Noir and Malakai Gage. We talk about the VCW Tag Team title tournament that we're holding as we speak. Noir and Gage could be in many people's consideration sleeper participants and people, but I think they could go a long way if they keep up this momentum that they've been building.
And look at Noir just twist and wrench on the neck.
And the eyes of Izzy Lambert. Jonesing for a tag on the apron. Keith Haught trying to fire back off the ropes. And Noir with a shoulder tackle, taking down the much larger Keith Haught. That just shows you the power that Christian Noir holds.
Noir shoots the half, shoulders down.
Only two.
And Keith was forced to expend the energy to extricate themselves from the canvas.
And now quick tag back into Malakai Gage. That's exactly what you need in a matchup like this. Always keeping your fresh man in. Blows now by Malakai Gage. Snapmare and Keith Haught down to the mat and dropping.
Fist right between the eyes.
The more you wear down Keith Haught, the more you force them to kick out of every cover, the more energy they have to expend.
What's so disturbing about all this is you can tell that the Origin, they honest to God enjoy inflicting this punishment.
Big chop in the corner. And a tag back into Christian Noir. And I gotta agree with you. There's a delight in the eyes of Malakai Gage and Christian Noir. But now Keith Haught, double clothesline! And this is their opportunity to change the momentum, to change their fates.
Keith has to try to get to Izzy here. They have to try to make the tag because I believe that the Bearcat may be on borrowed time. There's that tag, and what can Izzy make of this opportunity?
Izzy, clotheslines.
All the momentum, he is rolling here.
When Izzy Lambert flips that switch in his head, he's one of the most tough, fearsome competitors in VCW. Clothesline Bulldog combo.
If it's in the ring and it's moving, Izzy is laying it down, brother.
Izzy catching Noir.
It's a side effect center ring.
Tag back into Keith Haught. I don't know if that's the smartest move with the punishment that Keith has had dished out to them.
The MB Meteor could come crashing down in the ring right here. There it is.
Big splash.
Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Remy LaVey.
Mad Dog Myers out onto the apron.
The Origin has invaded ringside here.
I thought for a second that these two men would let their... Oh, my God. LaVey with a shot with the belt. I thought for a second that they would have the respect to not interfere in a contest, but
Izzy is out cold on the floor. Keith, they are by themselves in the ring at the mercy of the remorseless Origin.
oh, double team combination there by Noir and Gage in the ring.
Total elimination and game over.
Another victory for the Origin, and that just proves at no point can you put your guard down as to what these four men will do